what is going on? Hey everybody, JMaxicus here, back with another video that's been one and done with the 2v2 Touchdown Elite Challenge. Now this challenge was a pain, and I don't know what Supercell is thinking with this challenge. So they basically gave us these free practice events that we can do during the week, and we get different rewards like an Arena 11 gold chest and some coin and some like 5 gems or something like that. So it's not too bad. It's pretty nice because you get to do it like 6 times. But when they released the Elite Challenge, there is no longer a free entry, even with the other challenge, the non-elite challenge that had the 6 wins. It still costed 10 gems. There's no free entry there for the challenge. So I don't know why they took away the free challenge. The community is really upset about this. A lot of people are boycotting this challenge because of that, and by just the fact that it's a 2v2 draft challenge, which they feel is really hard to get the wins. Also, while I was doing this challenge the previous night, there was a lot of issues with it and a lot of bugs, and if you're going to be charging 100 gems, you definitely should make sure that your bugs are in check. And it's costed people a lot of wins with this challenge. Also, when you go to queue up, it was extremely annoying that you wouldn't be able to find anybody for minutes on end. It would take like 30 minutes to find somebody to play with, and you couldn't cancel out. You had to exit the game. It was just extremely buggy. So hopefully they'll be able to work these things out, and they'll be able to look at the community's response to this and be able to figure something else out, because it was very annoying. But anyways, let's open this legendary chest to see what we get. Hopefully it's a Mega Knight. If not, that's okay. But Graveyard, 2 out of 4, not bad. Ever since it's buff, I've seen a lot more of it, and it's been pretty annoying to deal with. So that's not too bad. Let's see what this is. This should be like equivalent to a super magical chest, I think. Look at that. Boom, 6,000 gold. Zap, Ice Spirit, Battle Ram, Arrows, Tesla, Musketeer, and Guards. Well, not super magical chest, but magical chest, I guess it was. So not bad. No legendary, but that's okay. I got my legendary from the chest. So yeah, there it is, 100 entry. I also was doing that. I had to, in order to play, for some reason it was really bugged out. In order to play, I had to play in a tournament and exit, join the game again, and queue up in the tournament. And then for some reason that also let me do my 2v2 challenges. So I was doing the tournament and the 2v2 challenge at the same time. So I'll just quickly open this chest, and I will just show you some of the drafting options that I did following my tier guide. If you haven't seen it, check it out in one of the earlier videos that I did. I followed my tier list, and I was able to get 9 wins, 1 loss, which was pretty good, especially since it was with all random people, since none of my clanmates were available at the time. So let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to try and show you the videos with the least amount of hogs in it, because hog is so broken in this mode, and it helps you just get the win so much easier. So we're going to jump into this match. It does not have the hog in it. So you have Zap, you have Rocket. I'm going to choose the less expensive spell. Since Rocket takes a long time to travel, I'll take the Zap, which can kind of be a trick to get you into the win there. It took Dark Goblin over Archers, just faster, able to acquire onto its target more. I took the Prince because it's one of my niche picks that I like to pick because it's fast. And then I took the Balloon over the Giant. It was a tough one, but I took the Balloon just because it's harder to deal with than the Giant is. So, and I already had the Dark Goblin as an air answer for it. So here we go, just putting Baby Dragon to deal with those goblins. It's takes more elixir, but I'm doing it anyways because I know it's going to be harder to deal with units. And just pushing in. Here's where the zap comes in handy. Boom, and then we got the first touchdown of the game. In this mode, you want to try and be more patient, and you want to try and throw down the counters when you see them. If you want to try and surprise your opponent, wait till your teammate plays on one side, then you play on the other. So if there's like a giant on one side and a golem on the other side, or a lava hound giant or golem or battle ram, it's really hard to put two down answers down simultaneously that will be able to stop it. So what I found out when doing the challenge mode a lot more as well is that the barbarian hut costs so much elixir and is not too hard to deal with. It's like right now his princess and his dark goblins are just wrecking me, and that 7 elixir is basically 0 elixir at the moment. So I would avoid the barbarian hut as well. I would try and go dark goblin or the goblin hut over it instead, because I just got wrecked. My 7 elixir just got wrecked, and it was just total waste. It's the equivalent of lava hound elixir. Here we're just, because of that, I've just been under elixir cost, and I haven't been able to stop anything, and they're able to get a free touchdown pretty much because of that. So after that, I determined I'm not going to use it. I'm going to act like it's a 3 musketeer and just leave it be. So they have a lot of air answers for my balloons, so I'm trying not to I'm trying to save it kind of as a surprise double elixir kind of pick. Here we go, just pushing on the left side now that he put on a lot of elixir on the right side. And that gets shut down, but I really want to get that lava hound shut down as much as possible. And my cannon cart is actually really good, and it's able to do a lot of work. It's able to take out a few units, and I'm able to get another push on the other side. Here's my niche pick, my prince, going down, and they have no really answer except for the minion horde. Just zap that, and this is just another touchdown waiting to happen. They have to desperation fireball, and it's no problem. So I still got my surprise balloon in the back. It's 2-1, so all we have to do is really defend here. We don't even have to get the touchdown, but here we go. They're overcommitting onto one side. Put down the elite barbarians. They're going to take care of that executioner, no problem, because he is so slow. And they have to throw down more elixir. Therefore, they can't support this lava hound push with the giant push. Just putting some cheap counters for the left side push. And look at this. This lumberjack's just doing work. It is also a really good book. So fast, does high amounts of damage, and that gives us the 3 crowns. So yeah, from this I figured out barbarian hut, not too good. So try and avoid it. So this next match is one where I face off against Hog Rider, but we're able to deal with it efficiently in a good way. Okay, Executioner counters Witch, but Witch is so much better. Just make sure you don't put it in the Executioner lane. It has these spawn skeletons that just do so much damage, especially to tanks and stuff like that. I will almost always pick Inferno Tower. The one game that we lost, my person that I was playing with, they had Golem and they gave the opponent Inferno Tower. Never, never, never do that. Inferno Tower is so good. It stops all the really top tier units, and even if it's a negative elixir shade, at least it stops them. Some people put down like 9 elixir to stop like a 4 elixir hog, and the hog will still get through. So Inferno Tower, very good. Make sure you pick it up. It is one of the top buildings, I would say, that you could get. So here we go. We got a giant as their build an interacting unit only, and we got some E-Wiz, Tesla, which is pretty good, especially for the air units, and lightning. So I'm just waiting for them to play. My opponent plays fast first, and I put down the Witch. Easy counter. Look at that. So basically, I'm getting positive 2 elixir, trading 3 elixir for the 5 elixir, but I have a 5 elixir push now. And they have a hog. This is devastating. I am putting down everything to stop this guy. Luckily, they play a really bad heal spell, and that is why you don't pick heal ever. And if it's given to you, I feel sorry for you, and you should never use it because it is just very bad in this mode. But this giant, they're having a hard time dealing with, so we put the battle ram on the left side. Gonna push with that with an ice spirit. And they barely put down the furnace, and the barbarians are gonna take that out. And will they get in for the touchdown? No, the executioner is able to stop him at the last minute. So I know that we're way ahead on elixir at this point, so I can just throw down whatever units I want, because they had to throw down those desperation stops. That was 9 elixir to stop the elite barbarians, and that executioner is so low. So we're putting a big push here. I got a perfect answer for this princess, and that is the bandit. Bandit is really good. I mean, look at all these elixirs that they're throwing down, and there's nothing they can really do to stop them. Zap to try and stop this Three Musketeer. Three Musketeer just so bad in this mode. I mean, it's getting a lot of work done, but able to get the touchdown because of it. And because of that one early push where they didn't wait to see and wait for us to use elixir on that Hog Rider, we're able to get the win, because they should get the win when they have Hog Rider. Hog Rider is so good. It is the MVP of this game mode. And here they go. They're doing a quick hog push again, which is very bad. You should not do this. You should wait till a lot of elixir is spent, a lot more than this. And now we got an Inferno Tower for this Hog Rider with E-Wiz. We just have all the counters for it. And then we're able to support our giant. So never put the Hog Rider down right off the bat, because you want to save it to surprise once they've used up a lot of elixir. Because he's so hard to counter. You have to use so much to counter him. Here we got the bandit to counter the princess, and for some reason on here, I'm on the right side, but my name's on the left side. Oh, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure I had the bend, and I was throwing down the bandit. But there we go. They used up too much elixir, put down the battle ram. Easy to get the touchdown there. And that's pretty much all she wrote, because the only unit that they could throw down would be the Hog Rider, and we have the Inferno Tower for it. So yeah, they got a Three Musketeer push for it. At this point, we're not really concerned. We're gonna put down the bandit, the Electro Wizard for the Hog Rider, and the bomb takes out all Three Musketeers. 6 for 9 elixir trade. Don't use Three Musketeers. But that is an example of how not to use Hog Rider. You want to save it until your opponents use a lot of elixir and surprise them on the other side. Alright, here we got another hog-free game, so let's jump into it. Hard decision here. This one took me a little while. Cannon or mortar? Cannon cheaper, mortar more health. So I took the mortar, and it's got a greater range. So I took the mortar. Fireball over Zap, because Fireball deals with way more units. I see that they have Golem. I was waiting for what my opponent was going to do. He had to choose between 2 tanks, so I take the Inferno Dragon. And here, it's a tough one. It's between Ice Golem or Goblins. I just take the Goblins because they're able to deal with that Ice Golem and keep pushing. So here we go. I am once again on the right side for some reason, even though my name's on the left side. So just wait it out, unless you have a slow unit like the Princess where you can put it down. Got 3 Musketeers, Bomb Divers. You want to throw down as much as you can to stop those pushes, because they could have a spell waiting in the wings to try and take out your tower. Well, that's what I noticed with a lot of people. They think, oh, this is going to be no problem. I have a spell to take out this, or I have a cannon to stop this hog push. And then a fireball comes out of nowhere, and then you're hooped. So it's not too bad to overcommit, because you can be tricked out and lose, no problem. So here they already cycled back to their battle ram, but because we're playing such good defense, we're just cycling back to our cards. And this is how you win the mode. You play defense. Really good lightning though. See, and that's what I was talking about, where you want to throw everything down and the kitchen sink. But now they used up all this elixir, didn't get the touchdown. When you don't get your touchdown from your spell, it is devastating. And here they're trying to do a cheeky push, but we got some guards. But look at this. The Lumberjack is so good in this mode. Makes work of the guards. Almost makes work of the Goblin. That would have been a touchdown. So very close there. But now we just got such a tremendous push coming on here, and the skeleton gets in for the touchdown. Just because you played good, when you play good defense and counter push, it just makes it so much easier. If you have to overcommit and use all your elixir, so you're not at a positive elixir trade, that's okay. Because as long as you want to stop the touchdown, that's the main focus here. Here we split our buildings good. You want to split them the 5 or 4 tiles over. I think it's 5 tiles over where the egg are on. And then you want to split the other one over another 4 tiles, because that way it will pull it over. Once it does this deployment here with the Golemites, it's able to pull the other one. But here they put everything into their offense. Look at this big counter push we got going on. And we're able to, they throw down an Expo, which is a great answer here, but it doesn't do high enough DPS where it's going to stop something like the Wizard from getting the touchdown, so they have to throw down their Valkyrie. Here we're just throwing down answers for their push with the Battle Ram, making sure to pull it over. It doesn't connect, which is huge, because now it's able to distract the Dark Goblin for so long. And now we're just trying to play defense because there's 30 seconds left. We want them to not get the touchdown. We just want to hold off, get the run crown, because it doesn't matter if it's 1 crown, 2 crown. We just want to get the win. So put down the guards to stop this Lumberjack. They do another good support here with the Dark Goblin, but we got a building, so it's a little bit too little too late. And the 1 crown is going to secure us the victory. So really well done by my partner here. There's some games where I feel like I have to carry the whole game, but here I had a good partner in JPhone that helped me get the win, knew what he was doing, knew how to play that defense and then put it into offense. So that is what I recommend you do. You wait it out, wait for your opponent to play first, unless you have a slow moving unit like a Princess or an Ice Wizard, which you shouldn't pick. But units like that are able to deal offense that aren't just building interacting units, they are good to play off at the bat. Even a Musketeer, because then you can put something faster ahead of it. You can put like a Battle Ram or a Hog Rider, and it will be able to go ahead of them, but you'll be able to support it with that unit. Alright guys, here we go for the last match that I had for the 9-1 win for this challenge, all with random people. And let's jump into it. So Ewiz over Archers. Ewiz is what you want to go with. It stops the pushing power of the Battle Ram, of the Hog, of the Prince, the Dark Prince. It's able to stop them. So Ewiz all the time. It's able to even stop Sparky. Mega Knight over Clone, because Mega Knight's really good. And the Lumberjack, because it is faster than the P.E.K.K.A. Even though the P.E.K.K.A. does more TPS, as long as you have something to deal with it in the background, it's not too hard to deal with because it's squishy and, well, squishier. But the Lumberjack's just so fast and drops that rage. For the same amount of elixir, I'd rather go with the Lumberjack. Really good pick. So here they start off with a Lava Hound, and we've got the Furnace. This Wizard's going to be a problem, so it gets lightninged away. Put a Princess to stop this Goblin Gain on the other side. Really good arrows, but I'm able to interact fast enough with the Ewiz. And we got some Minion Horde action going on the other side. And my partner's got the Hog Rider. That is awesome. Here, but they got a really good counter in the Barbarians and in the Tombstone. If they didn't have one or the other, that would have been a touchdown. So here I'm just saving up elixir because I want some really good value with this Mega Knight here on these Barbarians. And boom, just crushed. And now we've got such a huge counter push going on the other side, especially since they just put Golem down. They're going to have like hardly any elixir to try and shut this down. And this Golem's going to get pulled over by this mortar. They have Dark Prince, which is not too bad. And they have P.E.K.K.A, but they put it in the wrong spot. And Valkyrie and Mega Knight just work it over. Goblin Gain gets jumped on. There's nothing they can do. This is a touchdown, log for the inevitable, and boom. Mega Knight MVP in that round. So good. Round 2. So here, you just should be patient. My opponent, not so patient. Usually he plays first, but this time he holds back. But he puts a giant in the middle. I probably should have put a Princess on that left side to deal with those the Barbarian hut, and so I have to throw an E-Wiz and guards down, which is going to do pretty well against it. Dark Goblin and Princess trying to do some work here. Unfortunately, the shield didn't pop for the Dark Prince, so my Prince isn't able to get such good value out of it. Still able to take it out, though. And partner plays Minion Horde in front of the Witch, which is so bad. You should not do that, because Witch will just wreck the Horde. And then they go dead. I have to put down the Mega Knight. It's the only really counter I have at the moment. Really good clone spell here because I have nothing to deal with that cloned Witch. And it's getting some tremendous DPS off. Hoping my partner can play something to get rid of it, but it's too late. And Dark Goblin is only able to deal with it once the Mega Knight is dead. I have to put Lumberjack, playing really reactive at this point. Just trying to stop these Barbarians. If I would have put the Princess on that side, it would have helped out a lot more. In Princess, I had to play it to get rid of the Wizard. I probably should have played it a little bit farther away. This Minion Horde's going to do some work against this Lava Hound. Mortar was not placed correctly, and it's not going to pull that Lava Hound. And he clones it. Now we're screwed here. These pups are going to get in. If I didn't put that Furnace down, they're going to work that Ice Wizard and get in for the touchdown, but they get out on the other side anyways with the Dark Prince. Dark Prince, really good niche picks. I recommend picking them up because they are really good with that charge. Here they put down everything, and my partner puts down a tank in the middle again. I decide to put down 9 Elixir on the other side to stop this Golem as much as I can. And do as much damage as I can to it. And this Lumberjack's just working it. Look at him, just boom, right to the face. Able to split him off into the Golemites. They're pushing on the other side. And I am going to, it's a really good lightning there. We had to get the positive Elixir straight there and deal with all that. Mega Knight gets put down. And look at this Hog. This is how awesome the Hog is. This is why you pick Hog number 1. 5 Elixir Barbarian. 4 Elixir Dark Prince. 9 Elixir. Still gets the touchdown. Amazing. And that is why you always get the Hog Rider. And you always put a building down to slow it down, or like an E-Wiz, because it's going to get for a touchdown like almost all the time. So there you guys go. The 2v2 Touchdown Elite Challenge, 1 and done with completely randos in the challenge with no teammates. So it can be done. So if you're like everybody else and you want to boycott and hate on this, you can. But if not, follow this video, follow my tier list video, and it will be able to help you in securing those 9 wins. I hope Supercell has an answer for this in the future, because the 100 entry fee for the Elite Challenge is really steep. I mean, you get good value if you do it off the first try, because a legendary chest is 500 gems, but it should be a free entry. It helps promote the event more, especially one that was so glitched out. It just makes the community just get angry about it, and they add previous problems onto these anger problems that are currently happening, and it just builds up and brings really bad rep for Supercell and for the Clash Royale community. So I hope they have an answer. I hope they bring back the free entry at least, if not at least reducing the entry fee, because there are a lot of free-to-play players out there and they don't like to see this steep 100 gem entry on a 2v2 challenge, nonetheless 2v2 draft challenge, and where it's not so much based on just your skill, it's based on your opponent somewhat a lot of times. But for 100 gems, your opponent's going to be pretty decent unless they're just made out of money. So I hope you got a lot out of this video. It was fun to do. Once again, subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you want to see in the future, what I can improve on. I plan on doing all these challenge videos for you because they are kind of my bread and butter. They're what I love to do, and I'm able to get the wins off of them and show you kind of the tips and tricks to get there. So until next time, this is J Max, and happy clashing.